My dear friend, together with our prayers that we just said, chapter 122, for the well-being, for the safety of our dear soldiers in Eretz Yisrael, our dear brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael, and all over the world. So together with the prayer, let us give some tzedakah. And as I customary tell a story this Erev Shabbos, I want to focus on a story related to Va'era, vision. Where God tells Moshe Rabbeinu, Va'era Avram el Yitzchak el Yaakov, I revealed myself to Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov in a certain way, and to you I have revealed myself in a different way. The specific vision that the Moshe Rabbeinu has. We'll talk about Moshe Rabbeinu, as we say, is Pashtusa de Moshe. B'chol dora v'dora, in every generation we have the Moshe Rabbeinu of our generation, the Rebbe of our generation. Also has a specific vision, which is beyond the scope of natural, so to say. So, in 1975 or 76, when my wife and myself, we were on Shlichus in Antwerp, Belgium, prior to coming to Montreal, as the Rebbe sent us then for temporary shlichus. So here's one of the things that we had this phenomenal experience while on that shlichus over there. Was a young man by the name Daniel. Became religious, got involved. He was working, he was in the diamond field, but decided to change his course in life and really became a very religious, Chassidic young man. At one point, there was a shidduch, which means a match, was suggested to him with another local religious girl from Antwerp. As Chassidim have the custom, we don't do a shidduch without asking the Rebbe's agreement and the Rebbe's blessing. Now, 1976, there was no emails. Phone calls was a fortune, and it was very difficult sometimes to get through to the Rebbe's office in New York. Do I still remember the number, 493-9250? Nevertheless, one would always reach out to the Rebbe, but he was anxious. He didn't want to start sending a letter. It could take up to a week for the letter to arrive, and then another week for the letter to return. So the other option was to send a telegram. But I have to emphasize, we're not talking about telegram, which is today internet telegram. Telegram was at the time, you had to go to the post office, and you had to calculate every word, because you paid by the word, and sending the Rebbe a telegram with a request is the Rebbe agreeing with this shidduch, and if the Rebbe is giving the blessing for this shidduch. So what did we do? He wrote his name and his mother's name. He wrote her first name, Hebrew, and her mother's name. And basically, and said three more words, Bakoshas Bracha V'Askama, requesting the Rebbe's blessing and the Rebbe's agreement that this shidduch is the right shidduch. So as I said, his first name, his mother's first name, her first name, her mother's first name, and requesting the Rebbe's blessing and agreement on the shidduch. Send away the telegram. The next day, I get a phone call from Rabbi Klein, if I'm not mistaken, one of the Rebbe's secretaries, and he tells me the following: you sent a telegram yesterday on behalf of so-and-so, and the Rebbe's response was the following: Be'im shekol hahorim maskimim. If, in other words, on condition that all the parents agree, and apparently the Rebbe emphasized kol hahorim, all the parents. And then the Rebbe says asker alatzin, which means I will mention it at the tomb of the previous Rebbe. It's kind of a blessing. I immediately get in touch with Daniel. I say, I think he had a beautiful answer. And when I tell him what it is, he says, the shidduch is off. I said, why? His parents, unfortunately, were divorced. His mother was very much for that shidduch, but his father was against it. The Rebbe is sitting in New York, gets a telegram, no details, Kol HaHorim. Father said no, and that shidduch never happened. By the way, he's today, I think, for sure a grandfather, and maybe even great-grandfather of another happy marriage. Vision, the Rebbe's vision. And all we're asking now, Rebbe, I know you see us, but we want to see you physically too in the Beis HaMikdash. Good Shabbos.